Hello everybody and welcome to another Genshin live stream. Has been doing a wonderful Sunday. Hello Xnay. I hope you're having a great day. It will become even better as you're going to watch my live stream. Okay, fortunately, my game actually works. You might have been wondering why was the screen black and there was no Genshin start screen in the back as my stream was launching. Maybe a person or two actually saw that and maybe wondered. But yeah, I just couldn't launch the game. It kept crashing. Like I would click Genshin. I would have the loading screen, the Welkin Moon thingy, and it would crash. And it happened like 3 times in a row. At first I was even questioning because I launched it, started doing something else, and I see that the game is not there. And I was even wondering if I had like short-term memory loss, and I didn't even remember. I misremember that I launched the game, but yeah, second try, third try, it didn't want to launch. I tried the repair thingy, and maybe it worked. Maybe it worked, or 4th time is the charm or something. But yeah, we are here now. We are here. We have done weekly bosses, right? Yes, Trans domains have been done. Still haven't spent 1200 resin somehow. Kinda weird. How have I not spent 1200 resin in a week? I mean, I have 1600 on me right now. Dailies first, though. So yeah, we have the event. Let's hope the final stage will take us a while. I hope it will kick my butt. Because we have 1 stage left. Actually, it's called Endless. Oh, it's actually kinda bad. Endless stages in tower defense games are usually pretty boring. I'm not a fan. I was a fan of endless stages when I was younger, when I was like 12. We got a stretch. Okay. Let's go and stretch a bit. Oh. And hello, Kaiba Korpa. So when I was like 12 playing Bloons Tower Defense, endless modes are all I wanted, you know? The idea that my precious towers will just disappear after I beat the final wave was off-putting to me. Nowadays though, I find the endless modes pretty boring. But yeah, we'll first do dailies, then we'll return here. Hello, Hatim? Oh, the self-proclaimed millionaire. Let's give him a dish. Here, have a pancake. Actually, is Pile 'em Up even a pancake? I don't know. Bro's happy. That's all that matters. We'll see him in like 2 or 3 months. When we roll this daily again. The more regions we get, the less likely it is. Like, the longer it takes for me to complete these daily chains. Oh, wait. I went too quickly, here we go. Ideally you want to avoid opening your wings in between the stars, because opening your wings stalls you in the air for quite a while. So if you can just avoid doing that, you actually go so much faster. It can be tricky though, to orient yourself. Butterfly. Why? Who is at work on 8 PM on a Sunday? Man, this guy is just like sick in the head. One of my coworkers is like, hello, Did Gamer. Oh, I get a W coworker? No, man. Shroom, shroom. Oh no, I didn't hit the second one. Huh? What is the big shroom? Oh my god, why is it so far apart? What a weird layout. What is this shape even supposed to be? It's like the kanji for up. You get a line here, and a small line here. That's not the... They're supposed to be in a circle. But yeah, he was working at 8 PM yesterday as well. And I'm just like getting notifications. Not only is he working, but he's also like messaging the work group chat. Just work in silence. Oops. Go, Varka! Just don't die. Here we go. Actually, when I'm in a scuffed team like this with Varka, where I don't get my passives, the increased damage, the burst is actually strong. Right? Because the reason why Varka's burst is weak is because he gets a 2.2 times damage multiplier on his basics and skill. If he has 2 of the same element, that's Hydro, Pyro, Cryo, Electro, and another Anemo. Since I don't have either of them, I don't get the 2.2 damage boost right now, so the burst actually is better than my skills and basics. He's planning his promotion. Being too overeager is actually not a great thing. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. Does Iluga need... Nah, Iluga doesn't really need anything. You do get... For Zibai gets a small benefit from having only Geo and Hydro, because she gets a bit of defense for every Geo character and a bit of EM for every Hydro character, but that's like a little incentive. It doesn't make or break any teams. Like playing Binefa with her is just as good as going with the Geos. It's a pretty minor buff. And yeah, whether you have all Geo or 2-2, it's like doesn't matter. You do need Hydro though for the reactions. And Iluga can only be used with Jibai, so any Iluga team is a Jibai team. He does nothing outside of Jibai teams. So it matters more what Jibai wants than Iluga. Iluga doesn't. Iluga is not an individual. He's just a Jibai expansion pack. Because Broskid says that if Jibai isn't your on-fielder, he doesn't do anything. If someone played Lunar, you can play Lunar. You can play Lunar Crystallize with other characters. It's just that Iluga doesn't do anything in those cases, right? You can perfectly you can play Navia, Itto, Ningguang, Noel with Columbina. Those are all great teams. It's just Iluga doesn't do anything in them because Iluga can only be played with Jibai. That's like an Iluga issue, not a Lunar Crystallize issue. If the someone put Iluga in their Lunar Ningguang team, then they just wasted a slot on a character that doesn't do anything. Hello, Tilted Hero. How does he buff even work? He buffs... So, like, he can buff any Geo damage, but the buff is tiny if he buffs regular Geo damage. And then he has a pretty sizable buff if he is buffing Lunar Crystallized damage from talents only. So he cannot buff Lunar Crystallized damage from the reaction. He only buffs Lunar Crystallized damage from talents. And only from the on-fielder as well. So it cannot buff like Columbina's off-field damage or Lina's off-field damage. So you need an on-fielder who deals Lunar Crystallized damage from their talents. That's only Jibai. Whew. One shot the second wave. Garbage, garbage. Ooh, wait. That's actually pretty great. It's a 3-liner, unfortunately. But outside of being a 3-liner, there's almost a perfect piece. Because all that Varka cares about here is crit. He doesn't need like ER or anything. Flat attack would have been slightly better, but that's minor. We might have actually gotten a piece. I need to check it out now. My current sons aren't the worst, but definitely can be made better. Do I have anything fat to throw in? Not really. Let's go plus 12 immediately. 5 times bonus. The crit was 3.9, so we rolled 3.1 right now. Which is pretty low, and then 19 EM is mid-low as well, and EM also has had pretty bad roll. Not looking great so far. Oh yeah, it's kinda dead. So we got this piece that rolled 3 times crit, and this piece that rolled 3 times crit, and even has flat attack, which is better than EM and flat death. And this one that rolled double crit. 1 EM, but it had like the lowest crit rolls possible. We have unlimited Mola from the Stardust shop. Not really unlimited, because you run out of Stardust. Eventually. But yeah, you can buy Mora there. Like, there is no limit on how much Mora you can buy in a month. But like, the first little bit you buy is more efficient than the rest. As long as you pull, yeah. As long as you pull, you have infinite money, you can have infinite Mora. That is correct. Yeah, this piece kinda dead. Not even gonna plus 20 it. Very unfortunate. But yeah, here first you have this Mora, which is 10 dust for 10,000. And then this is 20 dust for 10,000, so like, it's twice as expensive. I could buy 6 times... I could spend 6 times 2,000. Which would be 10,000 times 100, that's a million. So I could get 6 million Mora from this. That's actually not that much, considering I've been sitting on this Stardust since 1.0 mostly. I like, you know, I generally buy the stuff that does anything. I buy the wishes, books, and Mora. And sometimes I will buy some boss mats, some mob mats rather. But yeah, it's really not much. Why am I worried about Mora if I can get it from the shop? Because this is almost nothing. This is 5 years of saving this. Like, being a dolphin, not spending much of the Stardust every month, and sitting on it for 5 years, and all I can get is 6 million. And then I would maybe even have trouble buying wishes next month. That's not great. That's not a deal at all. Nothing here. Crit rate, defense, flood defense, EM. This is almost amazing. But almost makes a big difference. I think I will still freeze it. If we roll like mostly crit and defense, the actually great stat, because the great stats for Alina are double crit and defense percent, and the like mid ones are EM and flat def. You had a cat? That was my mom. EM sounds of HP crit rate EM. I don't think I need this. I'm not gonna play this on Columbina. It's better effect of my esports actually. Yeah, if I one-shot the second wave with flames, gives me slightly better times. Wrong set for an anemo damage bonus goblet. This is not even worth freezing. Ooh, I mean, you don't ever really need these stats on instructors. If we roll an ER final stat though, maybe it's okay. As long as ER EM, that's pretty promising, but it's only a 2-liner. So do I really care much? Not really. Like, if you're putting instructors on somebody, you're kinda accepting that they don't have stats, or that they don't need stats at least. If only the 5-star artifact, yeah. Wait, we gotta check what the Imaginary Theater will be when it resets in a couple of days. Oh, one guy survived, unfortunate. And I need to set up my support characters. You want your supports to be set up day 1, because that's when most people do it, do theater. Ooh, crit rate with crit damage EM. Now that's something. Unfortunately that flat stats, but if we just dodge them and roll the bottom 2, it can be a pretty premium hat. Not too shabby. Oh my god, the switch cooldown is screwing me over. Ooh, that was a nice one shot. Still, I lost like 3 seconds to the switch cooldown. Nothing noteworthy. I was a bit too late even on the Flames Burst, could have pressed it earlier. Nope and nope. Once again I was a little late on the burst. 12 seconds though, that's nice. Last run for the day though. Nope. Just daily check-in, not even any birthdays. So a couple days ago. I don't care about this, don't make this exclamation mark annoy me. Now it's clean. Although Genshin is actually the game where exclamation marks bother me the least. I have noticed that sometimes I will not even realize that there is an exclamation mark above one of the thingies. Like towards the end of the stream I will like open my mail or something like, oh yeah, daily check-in that I've had for the entire day. Didn't realize it was here. Somehow the game is just interesting enough. Don't pay attention to the annoying UI elements. In Star Rail and Zenless they bother me way more. Okay, I'll check my teapot. There are plants awaiting harvest. Great. Stop pinging everybody, man. Like, usually I'm very annoyed by this as well. But sometimes I just don't notice. So it's not that I'm not bothered by them, it's just sometimes I do not notice they are there. But once I notice, I have to click them, right? It's that kind of deal. Oh, I need more silk flowers. I might also have OCD. I mean, OCD can be pretty debilitating. So I wouldn't say lightly. I might have like some a very light OCD-like condition. But for some people, OCD can make it so that they cannot like live a normal life. As with everything, it's like a spectrum. But people saying that they have OCD because they don't like it when their desk is messy or when a book is like crooked on the bookshelf. That's kinda not really what the sickness is about. Nice. Max them out. Oh yeah, I have gotten a lot of wood last time. But I'm not gonna be using any of it. Yeah, this pedunculate oak. Pedunculate oak. Now I've got 600 of it. Hello, GP Keep. Double check the Realm Depot. Mora has been bought and the Transient Resin as well. I've also moved some of my expeditions. I had like 3 expeditions set for rocks. I moved 2 of them over to Mora, and now I only have 1 expedition on rocks, and the rest is Mora. Why do you have 600 oaks? I ran out of them, right? I had 0 or like 20 or something, and I needed more. I went to the only place where they grow, which is here underground, next to the Krumkake craft shop. There is like a little tunnel, and they only grow in this underground tunnel. And I would just go back and forth while yapping about Pokemon. Last time I streamed Genshin. I didn't even notice. It's like... You know, I was going back and forth, yapping, and suddenly, oh, I have 600. Estimated a raid one time, has severe OCD, selecting all the stuff in the teapot furniture just to get rid of the mark. Oh yeah, that one is probably dirty for me, right? Actually? Wait, this is all clean. Except for the like 2 new ones, yeah. This tab is clean for me. One thing, if you are bothered by new notifications, wait, let me sit so he doesn't yap. If you are bothered by new notifications, do not go into the archive. Equipment. Actually, no, it's not equipment. It's materials. Here. Do not go here. This is hell. And there is so many of them. There is so many of them. Everything is new. I noticed. I've never been here. I've never been in this menu for the 5 years I've played Genshin until like last stream. And I started clicking through things here. Right? I was like, okay, I gotta click through this. I started clicking through these. But eventually, like, oh my god, it just doesn't end. It goes on. It just goes on. The food tab is probably the worst though. There is so much food. I can see the items I have never made though, which is cool. I gotta fill this out one day. But yeah, the news do bother me, but if I'm not gonna click all of them, might as well not click any. And let's just not go here ever again. Let's not go there ever again. You're still on Emerald? I've been kinda thinking if I should just buy myself a copy of Emerald and play it on my GBA. But I think I will just wait until they release it on the Switch, and I will play it there. Yeah, I think I will do that. Because they will probably also, like, in Fire Red Reef Green, they gave us all the events for free. You can catch Deoxys, Ho, and Lugia. So I'm assuming they will do the same in Emerald, and maybe we can go catch the Mew. Catch ourselves a shiny Mew in a luxury ball. So I'm gonna wait for the Switch release of Emerald. Right now I'm playing Soul Silver. And once I'm done with that, I'm gonna buy myself White too. Have never played White too actually, only played White. Oh yeah, I gotta grab this. Veld Vista, yeah, that's a horse. And also Iluga. Nightmare Songbird. Then they're getting the original Gen 3 games for Dual Mod Gen 4. I also thought about that. That is a nice bonus. But I don't think I'm gonna bother with being a completionist. Like, I'm not gonna go collect the national decks in Gen 4. I'm just... maybe I could finish... I could catch all that I can in Soul Silver. We'll see. I have set up... I have used RNG manipulation to set up my trainer ID so that I can make use of the cute charm glitch, where if your trainer ID and secret ID are like some specific values, if you have a cute charmmon in the lead of your party, you can find shinies super frequently. And when I finally got myself a Jigglypuff, I find shinies 20% of the time in the wild. So I can try to catch everything shiny in the game. That would be pretty cool. But we'll see if I'm gonna like run out of steam, because it will be quite a lot of effort. Also, there are some mons in Gen 4 that take 100 days of waiting to be made available in the Safari Zone. You've tried it, but got tired of not hitting the seed. I actually hit the seed third try, but then I also wanted to get a shiny starter, and you have to walk in a specific way. It's pretty simple. It was like walk straight to the lab, then like walk out, right, left, then walk out again and like come back. I messed up that walk. I like hit the wall instead of the door, so I had to redo it, and then it took me like 50 tries to get it again. But I finally got it. I also tried RNG maniping, just a regular shiny Hoot, before even I got the cute charmer, so that's not a cute charm glitch Hoot, just a regular shiny Hoot. Took me quite a bit of fiddling, but I think I finally got the timings down for my 3DS. Because depending on your console, like your individual console, not even just like if you have an NDS or 3DS, it's like your 3DS versus my 3DS and stuff like that. The timings will be different. And I'm pretty sure I have the delays calibrated right, so if I wanted... I will be shiny maniping legendaries later, like Suicune, Ho, and Lugia, the roamers, so I should be able to do this pretty quickly. I want to manip the red Gyarados. Like, the guy is always shiny, but I want to manip him to have perfect IVs and adamant nature. So I will try that. If I will fail a couple times, I will just catch him like he is, because like I can just transfer him and hyper train him later in like Gen 7, I think they added hyper training, but I will try. I will try to get a perfect Gyarados. And then the legendaries. The rest I will just cute charm. No reason to try to manip more stuff. Gotta reap the rewards from the cute charm manip. If you haven't hit the by friendship level 6, getting combined EXP from expeditions and domains really makes a big difference. So you're only using the teapot? Yeah. I have used her quite a bit actually in domains. Now that she was like very close to 10, I went back to using the Flint team, but for a while I was actually using Jibai, because Jibai Columbina with a level 40 Iluga and then Chiori, that was good enough to also clear like only a couple seconds slower than my Flint team. And then dailies, yeah, I always get all the dailies. And there are also the crocs. Wait, let me first evict some freeloaders. Pew! Pew! Okay. There are also the crocs, so if you want fast friendship, what you can do is you can go to Sumeru. I should have it marked somewhere. Yep, croc. You go here, you TP to Visuda Field. Prepare your friendship team, which should include, ideally, an archer. It doesn't have to be an archer, but it's just faster if you don't have to walk much. So I just need friendship on Varka, and then I will get myself my Ganyu, and then like, I don't know, Pyro Resonance. Pyro Resonance for extra damage. So we go to the spot that I have marked here, next to this tree, I think. Is it affected by gliding? No. You get friendship from... Wait, is it really here? Oh yeah, it is. It should be here. Yeah, so you sit here, and now what you do, you either can relog, like go out of game and back, or you could go to Miliastra and back. That's faster. That's the like best use case of Miliastra. You go somewhere, and then go back. So yeah, you get friendship when you put somebody in the teapot, when you do dailies, when you spend resin, or when you complete friendship quests. And friendship quests are what I'm doing. You return to Tevat, and now we will always get the Croc daily quest. Yep, see the crocs? Defeat all the crocodiles. Now, I don't think my Ganyu has... Oh no, wait, she has a harp. Yeah, so now we kill the crocs. Wow, okay, survived. Okay, that's good enough, right? Event complete, we got 15 EXP. 15 companionship EXP. And now, you just do it again. You can do this 10 times per day, I'm pretty sure. You go to Miliastra. And you return to Teapot. You can also go to the Teapot, you can also relog. You can go to co-op and back. You just need to reload the scene, right? But Miliastra is the fastest. And yep, the crocs are here. It's 100% guaranteed pretty much. What? The guy took no damage. I didn't hit him. You also get 1,000. You also get 1,200 Mora. Not really worth much, but yeah. So if you, whenever a character, recently they've been making more and more like unique features for each character. Like Inefa and Aino have like the cosmetic thingies you can buy for them when you hit high enough friendship. Well, when you collect, like you can buy these boxes, right? The Aino and Inefa toolbox. You need to collect the little balls, and some of them you get through friendship. So if you want to buy both, you do need the friendship. With both Inefa and Aino, there is the gadget from Zibai as well. And Lina also has a feature where you can dress up her backpack. You might need friendship for that as well, not sure. So if you want to hit those super quickly, or if you just want a name card, you should start doing this every day. You can speedrun friendship like crazy then. Yeah, Lina is looking absolutely lovely. And it's actually on her back, so like, for Aino and Inefa, it changes their summons. It changes Birgitta, the little robot that Inefa summons, and changes the duck from Aino's bear. So you don't really look at them much. But for Lina, it's actually on her back. That's the part of the character you see. It's actually what you look at the most. So that's pretty impactful, actually. She's also a good exploration character, because she can mine rocks super fast and capture animals, so you will be walking around with her a lot. Huge value. Yeah, she can capture just like the nets, and you don't need to pay Mora for them anymore. She also has a weekly limit on how many times she can capture, just like you can only buy 10 nets per week from Wakamurasaki. And you will probably only be able to capture 10 animals per week as well. With Lina, maybe the limit will be even smaller. We'll see. But still, that's like, instead of having to pay for the nets, you get them for free. Nice deal. A kidnapper. If only I was strong enough to one-shot them every time. Might as well do all 10 of them, or however many you can. Let's just do it until I stop getting the friendship EXP. I guess once I'm done with Varka's friendship EXP, I will put Zibai back in the team, because I will need Lineader. Kinda awkward actually. We're gonna kick Zibai to have a Varka team, and then make a Zibai team again. Yeah, still getting friendship EXP. And if you are not really interested much in melee Astra, this is one of the best use cases for melee Astra that there is in the game to quickly reload areas in Teyvat. This is the fastest way to do this. Because loading the teapot takes more time, and relogging is even slower. Actually, I'm not sure what is slower between relogging and the teapot, but both are slow. This is super fast. Yes, you're getting friendship. And by the way, if you want to check once again, it's here. Below, between old Vanarana and new Vanarana. Next to the pond thingy here. You stand on the edge of the cliff next to the waterfall. I just keep doing this. And you get like 1200 mora per attempt. Actually, yeah, that's pretty pitiful. You haven't even unlocked old Vanarana, bro. That's one of the best quests in Genshin. Oh, the croc took no damage. Oh, hello? Oh my god. They will reset eventually. But I failed to kill them properly. I'm trying to find what quest takes you there. Aranyaka. It's Aranyaka. The one and only. Somebody wrote on the group chat, on the lobby chat, I'm going to eat. Did he find some friends in the lobby? Oh. I didn't get any rewards after this. Yeah, we are done. So you don't even need to count how many times you've done this. You don't need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just at some point you stop getting rewards. And that's the limit. You can add this to your daily list of resilience activities. Farm rocks, grab artifacts, kill crocodiles, kill elite mobs. Speaking of, yeah, let's go grab some artifacts. I'm running out of artifact EXP. Also, we're kinda close to capping. Let's first destroy everything. Up to start. Actually, when I'm just about to start farming artifacts, I can just throw everything away. Because I'm gonna get new 1-stars anyway, so I don't need to keep some. Because I like having some 1-stars always on me, so that when I just need like 10 EXP to finish an artifact, I'm 10 EXP away from level 20. I don't need to put in an entire bottle and waste all of it. Because like Star Rail gives you back your overflow EXP, Genshin does not, so if you overflow it's gone. Right, so I leave some 1-stars to prevent that. But yeah, no need to leave any if I'm gonna get new ones right now. If I suddenly cap out while I'm in an artifact domain, then like sure, let's leave some. Because after an artifact domain I'm likely to level up some pieces. I'm not getting 1-stars there. But yeah, here, definitely. Just throw everything out. Also, technically, I should look through my 4-stars to see if I got any instructor's pieces from like mobs in the overworld or something, but I can't be bothered. As we are getting more and more sets, instructors is less and less useful. Now, depending on meta shifts, it can become more useful, like it did in Not Cry, when suddenly EM is worthwhile. But now that we have the main DPS Not Cry set, the sub DPS Not Cry set, and the support Not Cry set, oftentimes there is no space for instructors. Like in a Flint's team there is definitely no space for instructors. Never probably would enjoy it the most. Actually, you need deep wood with Nefer as well. But there are no sub DPSs in Nefer teams most of the time. Nobody cares about their damage much. It's just Nefer only. She does this damage thanks to Llama buffs, but Llama herself is not doing damage, so she can play supportive, so that's just fine. Hello, Sayonara. Is Aqua Spiraka good only now? It gives more crit value than Slingshot. So, yeah, it's usable. Because only now you pretty much all you care about is how much crit you are getting from the weapon. You technically care about EM and defense as well, but there are no bows. There are no bows that give defense except for her Sig. And the only bows that give EM give 0 crit, so they are not really worthwhile. So it's just how much crit does the weapon give you, the more the better. Slingshot gives 62 crit value, so for a weapon to be even a consideration on Lina, it needs to give more than 62, otherwise you just play Slingshot. Full Sig. Lina Sig is around the same damage increase as Zibai Sig for the team. And it's also around the same as Zibai C1. Lina C1 is pretty mid. You shouldn't consider Lina C1 unless you're going for C2. C2 is busted. Because Lina C1 is like Quills, which looks good at first glance, but the thing with Quills in a Lunar team, because the way Quills work is it's Quill type buffs are damage additions which scales, you get extra damage instances that scale with your support stats, like the damage bonus here is 82% of Shenhe's attack, but then it takes into consideration the buffs, the damage bonus and the crit of your main DPS, right? That's a Quill type buff, and normally they're pretty great, because like you build a lot of crit and damage bonus on... you get a lot of crit and damage bonus from just her gear and self buffs that she has in the kit on Skerk, and then you give her quills from Shenhe, and Shenhe can build almost 4k attack, and then like, yeah, that's great, right? She has way more attack than Skerk would. But the issue is that in Lunar teams, quills are not affected by the EM multiplier that you get for Lunar reactions. So the way that Lunar damage scales, even the one from Talents, is that, I mean, first it gets multiplied by a random value depending on what type of damage this is. Lunar crystallized damage gets multiplied by 1.6 for no reason. Then you ignore enemy defense, so that's like ×2. And then you get multiplied by the EM multiplier, which is this line here, right? So I'm getting 72% extra lunar damage because I have 276 EM. And the quills are not affected by this multiplier. They will get affected by your crit, but not by this. And that's quite a lot of extra damage. And you also get possibly extra lunar damage. Yeah, like here, 64 extra lunar damage, right? That's like worth another couple hundred EM from the weapon. So the quills kinda suck because of that. They are not worthless, but they are not great. It's not worth the pull. So if you want to invest into your Zibai team more, pull Lina's Sig for sure. That's a cool weapon. And then you could go all the way to C2 for Lina, because Lina's C2 is pretty busted. Makes the team deal way more damage from the Lunar Charge reaction itself. Because Lina's C2 makes it so that whenever her body stomps to deal Lunar Charge damage, this also insta-triggers all the turrets to fire. Normally every 3 geo applications the turrets fire, And now you get like the regular every 3 geo applications plus whenever the body stomps, which is 4 times per rotation. That's a lot. That's like 12 extra geo applications worth of lunar crystallized damage. And it gives like 60 crit damage on top. Because why not? The C2 from Lina, 60 crit damage to the team. Is she worse than Dahlia? You mean Shenhe in a Scare team? They are about on par. She's slightly better than Dahlia, usually. But also, like, if you already have a C2 or 1 buy, you'll be perfectly fine with a slingshot Lina, right? You will stomp. I guess, like, you will stomp any matchup that is made for lunar characters. But if you want to be able to clear comfortably versus non-shield content, then I guess you could use extra multi. It's like the conundrum here. You can either super stack 1 or 2 teams and then just have them clear any boss, unless it's super anti-shield. Or you could just like invest a little bit until the team is strong enough to clear all the bosses that like they have a good matchup against. Because my Flynn's team is already strong enough that I can clear any lunar shield boss, right? But if I wanted to also be able to clear not lunar shield bosses, maybe I could use some more investment into Columbina, but I could also just make my Kinch team better, which I did do by pulling Durin. Oh, nice. Nice float. Only 1 Columbina. Yeah, that's why it's definitely better to have 1 stacked lunar team than like 2 mid lunar teams. Like right now in Stygian, we do sometimes get lunar shield on multiple bosses. Here we had lunar shard shield next to regular lunar shield. And here we had also 2 lunar shields. So in Stygians like these, it can be useful to have multiple lunar teams, but even here, like, I just used Mavujka on the top. And here we did fall damage. So you don't even right now, I never really played 2 lunar teams. And it's not gonna be, lunar shield bosses are only gonna be less common as we go forward in time, right? So I don't really think you ever need more than 1 lunar team. It can be useful, because like there is gonna be a Geo Shield boss next patch, and the only good Geo team is the Geo Lunar team. So that's a case where having a Geo Lunar team and a Electro Charge Lunar team for the Lunar Charged Shield bosses, like the Duck and the boss, can be useful, but like... It is actually quite hard. Probably having just like Flints and Zibai. Or maybe not even Flints. You could probably just get by only pulling Inefa for the Lunar Charge Shields. I mean, you definitely could, right? Because versus the first guy, like here, we didn't even have Flints. You just played Inefa in any random team. Here, I didn't even clear this dire, but yeah, people cleared this boss with Skirk. And also just any Electro DPS with Inefa worked well as well. You could have done Varesa. These are just regular lunar shield bosses. Nothing specific for lunar charged. And this is just a rerun of the boss from before. From here. And another new lunar shield boss. This was the worst lunar shield boss so far, the Knuckle Duckle. So probably the best, the optimal lunar setup would be to have, you definitely want Columbina, right? And then you probably go for Zibai, like Zibai, Lina, Columbina, and then you just have Inefa for the Binefa core, for these lunar charge shield thingies. Like the fewest, not, if you wanted the fewest not great characters pulled for best results, it probably would be Columbina, Inefa, definitely Columbina and Inefa, the duo, and probably you go Zibai, Lina, skip Flins. Maybe skip Lina as well. We'll see how Zibai Columbina without Lina will do versus the Gecko. I'm gonna get more Hex characters. We need to see. Because like Nicole is likely to be Hex, but she might not be. I'm not sure. Wait, did I grab? Oh no, I didn't. I was like, did I grab this? This is bait. I didn't, so that's good. Because I always come back to this, where the Hex characters are the characters who have completed Witch's homework to get buffed. And like, you wouldn't complete Witch's homework if you're already a Witch. Your Skerk team is Edkos and doesn't dire? My Skerk team... Oops, wrong button. So, Skerk is 2 or 3. She has a Mist Splitter from my old Ayaka, not her Sig. But we could say 3. Then 2 on Escoffier because she has Sig. And these girls play Fav, right? So that's 5, 6, 7. Sometimes 8 because like on Citlali I have Sig. Yeah, on Citlali I have Sig. So that's like 8 here. And she clears every dire I throw her at. So that might be a skill issue. Which is fine. Dire is hard. Also depends on where the cost is. Like a C2 Furina would be much worse. Sionar 1 Skerk, Sionar 1 Escoffier. Oh, that's like even better than my teams. That's more than 8 cost, no? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 9. Yeah, you should breeze through these bosses actually. Sometimes you like want different supports. The thing is the final slot in Skerk teams can be pretty flexible, and sometimes one or the other will be better. But with an extra C1 on Esco and the Sig on Skerk, it probably doesn't even matter what final slot you have. But I did sometimes need a lot of resets. Probably the turtle was the hardest actually. I think the turtle was the boss where I needed the most resets and was the closest. This guy was pretty tight as well, the Baptist. I did need to reference YouTube videos and try to repeat the rotations. Yeah, Baptist took me a while. It was kind of frustrating. The Emperor was free. And the Skerk boss, of course, is super free. Like here, I just spammed normal attacks. I didn't need to think at all. I mean, teachers have their own kind of homework where they need to like prepare for the upcoming lessons, but they wouldn't do the witch homework. You have R2 Esco and still play Fav on her. Fav is goated. No shame in playing Fav. Especially in Stygian. In Stygian even more so. They nerfed a bunch of things in Stygian. Like booking and Serpent Spine. But not Favs. Favs only got better. Skerk fell off? Nah, bro. Like, Skerk is my most used DPS in Stygian. I'm pretty sure she's my most used character in Stygian. And including the reset, it's not like, oh, I only use her early on. No. Skerk. 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 No Skerk here. Back in November. And no Skerk in September either. But here, Skerk. And here, Skerk. I only didn't play Skerk in 2 Dyers. And here you can beat this guy with, you can beat the Fireblade Shock Trooper with Skerk. And you can beat the Hera with Skerk, right? So if you were a Skerk main, I'm not a Skerk main, I just use Skerk. But if you were a Skerk main, you could have cleared the Dire boss every single time. She always has a decent matchup. You don't see one for institution. Those are not even the characters you should be investing in. If you want more investment, pull more Skerk and Esco stuff. Not these bums. They're getting removed as soon as we get better characters. But yeah, you don't need more investment. You maybe need better combos. Skerk combos are not as hard, are not as scary as they might seem. You pretty much just want to do N to D, to normal attacks and a dash. And the only thing that requires some optimization, or some like faster fingers is like there is a dash cooldown, right? You can do N to dash, but then you cannot do another N to dash because you can only dash twice in succession, right? If I do dash, I can't dash for a while. Dash, and I'm locked again. Dash, locked again, right? So that's the issue with Skerk. You do two normal attacks and dash, two normal attacks and dash, and then two normal attacks, and Skerk's normals are faster than Chiori's, so she cannot dash again. So then you need to do something else, which you can either do a mini burst, you can do two N2 mini bursts and then another N2 dashes, or you can do a walk cancel. You can do N2, then walk and then N2, but like, yeah, you need to... Chiori is not Skerk. What is Skerk? Here. Right, N2. Whoops. Wait, I didn't want to press E. Oh, you just want to do the first two slashes, right? So like a little walk to reset the slashes. But normally you just do two, dash. But eventually you won't be able to dash, and then that's when you do like fancy stuff. You can watch some videos that will explain this better than I can, because I haven't ever needed to do good Skerk combos. I have been able to clear every dire I threw Skerk at by just mashing normal attacks. So there is still like a 20% damage increase waiting for me if I need it. That's how good Skerk is. She has definitely not fallen off. And you definitely don't need any investment into Shenhe and Furina. Shenhe especially would be just a waste of pulls. Furina at least has a good C2. Shenhe is a total waste. Where was I? That's my Skerk build pretty decent. Wait, let me... where I want to go? Inazuma. I'll TP here. So, thanks to the fact that I'm playing Miss Splitter, I didn't pull for Sig, I instead stuck on Miss Splitter, so that I can play my Mareshuse pieces, because my Mareshuse pieces are pretty cracked. While my Skerk set pieces, yeah... This is why I'm not pulling for Sig. I don't want to play this piece over this piece. So I'm being pretty top tier actually. But I don't have the Sig. The Sig is very cracked. So if you have a Sigged up Skerk, you would have... you would be dealing more damage anyways, right? If you had worse artifacts but Sig, that's better than my better artifacts, no Sig. But at least I don't need to refarm. And I do have C1. I'm playing Attack Goblet? No, I have Cryo damage. Right now. I probably should be playing Attack? I think I optimized this though. I think I threw this into the optimizer and it told me to play Cryo Goblet. I don't remember actually. Or maybe I stole the Attack Goblet? I don't know. But usually with Miss Splitter, you would rather play an Attack Goblet because Miss Splitter gives a lot of damage bonus. Oops! I grabbed the book. I need to skip one artifact slot because of that. What's her ratio? Pretty sure I'm capped on crit rate, or almost. So I get 15 from Cryo Resonance, so that's 60, and then 36 from Mareshuse, so this is 96.4 to 264.6. So I guess I have room for one more crit rate sub. Actually... because my feather has 0 crit rate. If I had a feather with 1 crit rate roll, not 2, only 1, could be an improvement. No. Don't have anything that could be an improvement. Essentially, I want a piece like this, but flat def is crit rate, right? That would be nice. But yeah, that's kind of irrelevant. Like I said, I have a 20% DPS increase waiting for me by doing the proper Skerk combos instead of spamming N5. Because so far every single one of my Skerk clears N5 spam all the way. Sometimes I would use like the mini burst and stuff, or like the big burst, sorry. I would sometimes use the big burst. I would do shorter or longer rotations to match up with the boss mechanics. But Skerk itself, spam N5, sometimes do charge attacks for extra cryo application. I would use charge attacks against the Baptiste to break his shields faster. So I'll just spam charge attacks instead of spamming N5. Hello, Pat. So I can have a 10 to 20% DPS increase from actually playing her well. And only if that's not enough, I can like strongbooks more pieces or something. Probably rather than strongbooks, I would rather just go to the domain, because the March to domain has two good sets, March and Golden Troop. Although Golden Troop on Skerk got power crept by the new monster set. I should refarm my Skerk actually. I should refarm my Fischl, rather. Not Skerk. Fischl. Can we get your Skerk? Sure. Who's the best C1 in the game? Flint is definitely up there. Flint's C1 is like one of his best cons. Like we only need to look at like the last year of characters. Anything prior kinda doesn't really go there. Lina's C1 is kinda worthless, Varka kinda meh. Zibai has a good C1? Yeah, extra E. I think this is slightly worse than Flint's C1. Like, Zibai is a slightly better DPS than Flint's. So I guess a con for her is better. It's kind of also like, do we mean best C1 as in the best C1 in the best team? Or just the best increase for the character, even if the character itself is still weaker after that increase? But Zibai Flint's definitely up there. Nefer's C1 is also pretty good. Extra 60% of her EM. Yeah, I think this is slightly worse than Flint's as well, though. Durin's C1 is very strong. The Quill stuff. One of the better support C1 we have. Columina's C1 is kind of mid, actually. Llama's C1 is actually one of the worst C1s we've gotten recently. Inefa is just some lunar damage for the team. 50% lunar damage bonus. Hello, SQL. That's good. Probably worse than the, like, Durin Quills, though, in terms of support C1s. Can you ask me questions? I love questions, actually. Esco's C1, that's just like crit, right? This is 60 crit damage. Am I playing for fun or am I addicted? A bit of both, I guess. Maybe I'm addicted, but this addiction is fun. I'm having fun with my addiction. Because, you know, when... you can go on Hoyolab and go to Battle Chronicle and see that in Genshin I have so far logged 2000. Oh no, I missed my anniversary! My 2000 day anniversary was yesterday. But yeah, I've played 2000 days of Genshin. This is not regular behavior. But I am having fun. I am having fun. Where were we? 60 crit damage. This is slightly worse than the like Inefa probably as well. Varesa C1 actually kinda mid. Movega C1 is worse than C2 as well. Citlali? C2 is the big one as well. Chatka has a nice C1, but also C2 is the bigger one than C1, but both are pretty huge. Played Star Rail on my Genshin anniversary. My Star Rail... I have a Star Rail anniversary coming up as well, or was it recently? I don't remember actually. How do you check? You can go to Hoyolab, right? Hoyolab.com. You gotta log into your Hoyo account. And then here, this is, you ignore everything, ignore all the posts and stuff. In this section, you can choose the Hoyo game of your choice. Even this, there are pages for upcoming Hoyo games like Nexus Anima. And then the only useful button is Battle Chronicle. I guess the map is also cool. Map and Battle Chronicle, those are the only useful buttons. So you go Battle Chronicle, and everything is here. You can check your days active, all the achievements. You can check the builds on your characters, every one of them, which is pretty nice. On NK, if you want to check your build, it needs to be in your showcase. Here you can check every character, but you don't get like all the details that NK gives you, so there are downsides. You also cannot share this as easily. You can check your exploration progress, your endgame progress, past event records. Here it is Stygian Theater, Spiral Abyss. Actually, did they remove events? They might have removed events. Well, either way. And the reviews will never happen. Oh my God. I take like a minute to start a review and oh, it will never happen. Gotta entertain a new chatter. I get a new chatter once every half a year, bro. We should get a weapon skin for a 5-star character. I mean, that's just called a signature weapon. I know that like that's a whole weapon, but would be kind of weird if everyone got a weapon skin. They wouldn't be special anymore. I like it when it will happen only now and then. So yeah. Skill max, that's good. Max, level max, skill max, burst max, that's great. Azurelight, very cracked weapon, right? The downside is that you have to farm for the specific Skerk set. You cannot just play the generalist Marichuse, but it is worth it, right? It just costs some time and effort to farm a specific set for her, but this will give you best results. And yeah, attack percent. So when you have this weapon, it gives you 48% attack. So usually with Azurelight, especially if you play Skerk in your team, a cryo damage bonus goblet will be better. But I guess this set bonus gives you a bunch of damage. I guess it's close. But usually with this, it should be... Whatever you have better substats on. This goblet is kinda meh. You have 2 rolls into crit damage and everything else is flat dev. So this is a pretty bad goblet for an offset. So if you have any better cryo goblets, definitely play those. Because you're definitely leaving a lot of room for improvement, let's say. Quite a lot of EM subs also kinda sucks. So you have 89 crit rate once you get cryo resonance. Could use a few extra subs. You do want to have the 100. Crit damage is fine enough. Yeah, your crit damage subs are actually pretty good. Yeah, there's also a waste, unfortunately. Some cryo damage bonus from the 2-piece. 20 crit subs, that's not terrible, but not amazing either. 20 crit subs to attack subs, and that's everything that matters. Yeah. Usable. It's usable, but you would need to learn the good Skerk combos to clear with this Skerk, probably. You try to go for him. I mean, of course you wouldn't, because EM is worthless. Searching for streamers on Twitch is rubbish. I did kinda cope in the past that, oh, I must have low viewership because Twitch doesn't advertise my stream at all. But then I started multi-streaming to YouTube, and my YouTube stream is doing even worse than my Twitch stream. I get some subs on YouTube every now and then though. I think I have like 30 subs or something. So maybe there are more lurkers on YouTube. Maybe YouTube viewers are less likely to comment. And they actually have viewers over there. Could be. But advertising on my end. I stream every day, I don't have time to do more. Like if I streamed every other day, I could spend the off days advertising, but I want my whole brand to be I stream every day. Switch to being a cat boy. I should get myself some cat ears at the very least. No advertising. I mean, streaming every day, just being live every day is already advertising. Also, I made the YouTube thumbnails. Come on, I put some effort into them. I have never updated a single one of them after I made them. I probably should, because they are pretty outdated by now. The Genshin one is pretty universal, but the Zenless and the Star Rail ones, um, they could use an update for sure. 1 year old, not 5 year old, but it has been a year. It has been a year since I've made them, because it was 1.7 I think in Zenless, and are we in 2.7 right now or 2.6, 2.7? They are 1 year old. Sumeru. I had a nice idea for a thumbnail, but I never bothered to actually do it. Cause like, you know how... so my Star Rail thumbnail currently is like with an Amphorius background. So I wanted to upgrade it to something more modern for Planar Arcadia. And Sparksy has this skill. Sparksy the streamer, by the way, the streamer character. So it would be good for branding. Has this skill where she's like squished against the screen. I wanted to try to recreate that. I might as well tell you what I wanted to do because I will never do it. Oops, what's happening? Oh, this is like back from leaks. What is the skill? This! Oops. This. So I was thinking do this but with my face, right? And this would be my YouTube thumbnail. And I'll just actually paste myself into the Sparksy skill. And something else on the other side. But yeah, this would require effort, unfortunately. Where am I? I think I meant to TP up here. I mean, the Genshin one is good. I'm not changing the Genshin one. Effort, yeah. I can only put effort into soft resetting my Pokemon games 100 times to hit the right frame to collect shiny mons easier. But actually making art? Nah. You would work on a girl, but not for a guy. Is it gay to make YouTube thumbnails for your homies? Asking for a friend. Remove facecam as a voice changer. We wouldn't tell anyone. And get myself, of course, a busty cat girl VTuber model. Whoops. Oh my. How did she grab onto the wall, man? Yeah, you can actually do that. Hello, Sid. Early streams for you, yep. Just for you. We all changed our clocks in Poland 1 hour forward just so you could watch my stream easier. I do know male streamers who use female VTuber models. But I usually stop watching them when they do that. I prefer a facecam. Last practical exam? Very nice. And the job searching struggle. I'm so glad I have a job right now. I wouldn't wish job finding onto anyone in today's economy. dress as a girl? I'm not sure if I could be that convincing. But their viewers know. And that's the best part. Don't even try to pretend I'm a girl. Just be a femboy. That's probably even better. Because a girl can only be a girl, but a girl can only be a girl, but a guy can be a femboy. That's also untapped potential. You got a program to make your voice like a girl's. Whatever works. When you're 12, bored there was a COVID pandemic, then your graduation had AI now, and now you get... Now that you have to get a job, it's AI and the war. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Okay, let's go to not cry. Polish femboy, put that in the title. Meow. The weasel casts a confident look at us, as if to say, they may come in swarms, but they are no threat to you. It's all up to you now. Wait, there are no... Oh no, there are rewards. I need 6 waves for all the rewards. Bro said meow so casually. I should start training for my femboy arc. I think I will go with the Geo Earthquake and the Freeze. Instead of meow, I should go like meow. Okay, maybe not. The army of monsters has assembled, and the final battle is at hand. Unleash your wisdom and prove your might against these formidable foes. Wait, what enemies are coming out? Regular boys? You probably go Pyro by default. Or maybe I'll go like Fire Intensity Pyro later, but right now I'll go like Damage Range Electro. Yeah, because I definitely want to go Damage Range early on. Put it here? Or put it here? Probably here. Bolt preference and upgrade? Oh no, I'm too poor. I mean, you want reactions. Reactions are good. Would it be better to put one more left? It gets range as I upgrade it, right? So now I have enough range to hit this on the left as well. And I have more range up top, thanks to this. That's why I put it like that. If I didn't plan on upgrading, I would put it left, but yeah. I'll probably have a second chicken here as well, later. It also depends what buffs we get, because there are buffs that buff specific reactions, so we want to build towards those. Superconduct, Overload, Melt. Oh, we can upgrade this, definitely ASAP. More monies. They're kinda advancing on us. I need more traps. Okay, we need another Chimkin. Let's put one here and maybe make it an Nemo. Oh, they are dodging my chicken! Wait, I don't think he actually clears them. Okay, wait. Maybe instead of buying the upgrade for the money thing, I actually need to buy an extra trap. I'll still go Electro. And go damage range. They weren't getting swirled. But yeah, once I get enough bolts Once I get enough balls to upgrade, I will just put a floor trap maybe. It's like, I want to be as greedy as possible early so that the late game is easier later on. But we need to limit the test. Okay, so I'll just put a floor trap here. I'll make this one Hydro for Electrocharged. Electrocharged is pretty good. And now we can go with this. Great for AoE, for early rounds. I have Cryo Mages coming from here, so I guess here we need to invest into Pyro first. I kinda want to have a mirror image on both sides probably, for aesthetic reasons. So maybe we'll start with a Pyro Chicken. Maybe put him here actually. They do take a slightly different route. Probably going for a mirror image is not even that efficient. They will also get finished by the... They will also get hit up on the other side, so even if I'm a bit weaker, that's still fine. Okay, let's put him here and make him Pyro, I will actually go Fire Intensity. I want my Pyro boys to be Fire Intensity. I feel like fast Pyro is usually pretty good. Good night, Seed. Because you can melt very quickly. And we will count on this chicken to finish them off. Hopefully this will work just fine. It might not, because they are getting their shields back. We might actually be cooked. But we'll see. Yeah, this didn't work. Yeah, okay, that's bad. Okay. I actually need AoE. I need AoE. Not Fire Intensity. I liked my starting strat though. I will repeat the start. I don't need to reset just because I lost one life, but I don't want to lose lives early. And also we have plenty of time to reset and stuff. You can use hotkeys to place turrets faster. Upgrade ASAP. Maybe I shouldn't upgrade this actually, so that I have more money on this side. But yeah, Fire Intensity kinda sucks. We'll just go for damage range and we should be fine now. Excuse me, I'm pressing here. Oh, but I'm only hitting one of them, which is pretty bad. Wait, will this be just as bad as before? Or even worse? Okay, it's not worse. But not much better either. But once we finish these guys, I should have enough money to buy myself another Pyro Chicken. Where do I want to put him though? Maybe here. Oh, you cannot freeze Cryo Abyss Mages. Makes sense actually. Maybe this guy we want to make. Maybe we want to make him stunned by munitions. Okay, I need to upgrade this now. Okay, here we go. We survived second round. These are tricky because in the long term I will eventually just hit max turrets and I will only care about the collection efficiency. of stuff. I think I just want like reactions and whatever. Like I don't want to get bolts. Okay, I kinda hate this. I guess the first one was best. Oh, this is this, right? Collection mechanisms are more efficient, but bolts required to upgrade are 50% more. I guess lavish collection is good. Because I don't want to gain bolts. I will quickly just have a billion coins and nothing to do with them. Ooh. We've got Pyro Slimes coming here from the middle. So I'll probably want a Cryo Trap here. And which one? I'm still not sure which one of these is best. Also, we definitely want extra balls here. Because I get... everything is more expensive, but these machines are better. Is what my upgrade just did. Will I have enough pyro for these guys? I can actually swap, right? It does cost a bit. But fire intensity could be like a big upgrade now. So I might go for that. You don't need to like... you can actually swap them as you wish. That's kinda nice. I almost never use that. I think I will go pooling mechanism. It even says it's recommended against the Pyro Slimes. It actually didn't do much. Hit this! Oh my god, this guy is so useless. I actually cooked. Oh, we're actually giga cooked. No. Yeah, the buffs I got, but I guess they have to be related to... We need less pyro. I did too much pyro. I could have actually changed this turret. This turret over here, if I changed it from pyro to hydro, would have been good. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that would have been pretty nice. I'll try to reset less from now on. We'll just try not to lose. These waves are rough. Maybe this guy should be Pyro. Nah, because then the Pyro Slimes ruin me even more. Oh shoot, I forgot to upgrade this. That's bad. Lost some money. Come on! Sometimes they just don't want to click. Okay, these two are down. I need another chicken here, last time. I'll set to Pyro. I'll just deploy the Geo Shockwaves here to slow them down. Also just, once these guys' shields break, we'll freeze everybody who we can freeze. Okay, now I need to spend my bolts before the next round starts. So that if I get the bonus that makes bolts, that makes everything more expensive, I won't have to pay extra, right? Because I think that's the upgrade I want. Everything is more expensive, but these mechanisms are better. Oh, I can just make them 50% more expensive and... I can make them 50% better and stuff is not more expensive. Or maybe focus deployment. More regeneration over time, but everything is a bit more expensive. Oh no, wait, this actually reduces. This is the other way around. I feel like this is good. Doesn't cook me as much early game, but will help late game as well. Yeah, I feel like this is good. Means I don't need to spend everything right now, but it's still fine. So, the Pyro Slimes. They were a big issue last time. They go like all the way around here, so having a strong chicken will be huge for us. Positioned right here. Which one though? It has to be Electro, because the other ones are pretty bad against the Pyro Slimes. And probably needs to be AoE, but we don't have the money. Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't have used all my skills last time. Maybe I could have been fine by keeping the freeze. These should help though. These are good. And we can change this Pyro Chicken later. Yeah, the overload helps so much. We just throw them around. We also switch him to Electro as well. These guys are kinda doing whatever they want. Wait. What should I do now? Freeze them. But actually they're getting insta-unfrozen by the other turrets. Do they have enough damage? No, I thought the chicken... Man, I could have placed this earlier, but I thought the chicken would do it. And I was like, maybe I don't have to place this turret. But I had to place the turret. Oh, shoot, man. And the chicken can't kill this one either. Oh my god, I'm letting 2 through. Okay, at least not more. If I could get shackling mechanism, but it's too expensive. I should have froze him slightly later. Oh my god. We lost half our life. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Okay, so what do we have here? Electro has not really been that useful so far, except for the Pyro Slimes. This should have been like Anemo. And I could have done Anemo with Hydro and Cryo on the floor to freeze enemies. Also, so far everybody goes to the left door, right? Having more defenses here would have also been nice. Yeah, I would have done like Pyro and Hydro and Cryo here on the floor with an Anemo turret. What do I even want to do here, man? I'm kinda cooked. This chicken changing targeting for these enemies is kinda bad as well. Yeah, this ain't it. Means there have 6 waves? Yeah, 6 is what you need, but I want more than just 6. I'm getting this guy to be Pyro now. Yeah, I'm dying here. I don't want to try a different strat. A totally different strat. I really don't like the attack speed, because if by attack speed you mean fire intensity, I kinda hate this one. I feel like this is the worst. Except when you need to fight against specifically these two opponents, but otherwise this does like no damage, I find. I'll go Anemo. I'll go Anemo here. And I'll go for a perma-freeze strat. I will put a Hydro and Cry on the floor. Hopefully this will work out well, but we'll see. Is he doing less damage than the Electro one was? Shoot, we might not actually clear the first wave. No! Oh my god, this doesn't clear the first wave. If I actually don't place this down at the start, maybe just let's be a bit less greedy here. And then I put this down faster. And now we put this down. Different order. We make slightly less money. But hopefully it will be good. Perfect. Perfect. And now on the right side we need to load up on Pyro. Lots of Pyro. I cannot go for a symmetrical strat. Because they've sent a bunch of cryo enemies from this side. So we want like 2 Pyro chickens here. Probably just put 2 Pyro chickens down first. Upgrades later. And coins. Two chickens is better than 1 chicken. Probably. Patent pending. Maybe 1 chicken with AoE is actually better, huh? For the upgrade I need 120. Shoot, will it be fine actually? Oh my god, this guy has 1 HP! Shoot, what do I do now? I can need the Pyro Chicken here, even though I didn't want to do that. We'll change the Pyro Chicken to Anemo as well later. Okay, we're fine. Are we? Oh my god, wait. No, bro, like what was that? And Tireful is actually pretty nice. Especially because my slots are limited. This way I can just keep them on permanently. No, this might be better than it seems. I'll try this. I'll try to collect them all. And now we change one of them to energy. I guess I will make this okay fire intensity. But maybe I already have enough pyro for these guys and I need to focus more on the cryo slimes. So here I had an electro guy to deal with the pyro slimes. No money for damage range though. I guess I should move them like here or something, if they are global. But we can do that later when we have excess money. I'll give this guy AoE. Let's slow all of these down as well. No, 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 no! Oh my god, well, like this single enemy is just making it through for no good reason. It's so frustrating. Okay, wait, this is Hydro. We need Cryo here. And I will change this guy to Anemo, so that he doesn't interrupt the freeze. And I will just perma-freeze these enemies. Shockwave. Here we go. That's what I'm going. That was what I was going for, but I kinda didn't have the money at first. What highest people have got to? No idea. I haven't consulted any community strats for this. Okay, we probably need fire intensity. Oops, for these guys here. Let's put another cryo one here. And upgrade this to have faster searching thingy. These guys should get permafrozen. Let's make him stunned by munitions. I'll freeze everybody, because I can. Let's go target analysis here. This actually breaks my freezes, the Geo. Maybe I should have gotten with Anemo. Maybe I should have gone with Anemo. But yeah, this is like the freeze central here, nobody gets through this, hopefully. Extra Blazing X Mitachoru. All res is increased. Surely we'll be fine. I'll just go with an extra enemy. Okay, Wild Hunt, Geo, Electro. Oh, this guy, these guys. Oh, they go to the right. Oh no. Okay, they go through Freeze Central, so we should be fine here. They also go through Freeze Central. We need to worry about the Axe Mitachorus. So we gotta freeze them as well, I guess, simply. It's that simple. And here we might want to throw in a bit of Geo for good measure. Maybe like here actually. And give it some mines. And we're already at max turrets. So we'll just need to remove stuff later and move it around. Like this is bad, I don't want to have this actually. And we need to focus on upgrading what we have here. Like make this... maybe explosive? Or shackling. Let's go shackling. This guy is actually not very helpful right now. Whatever. Actually, maybe it's not whatever. Oh, my turret broke. I should have frozen him a bit later. Oh boy, this guy is actually making it through. Like without any trouble. Why? Wait, how did he go through Freeze Central? Are they freeze immune or what? Maybe they actually are, huh? The enemies that I thought would be the easiest are actually the hardest. Oh no, wait, this actually breaks the freeze, this is bad. Can you get him, chicken? No, he cannot. Wait, I think he actually died right at the end. Okay, and this guy is getting perma-stalled, like he should be. That's the idea. Okay, everything is going left now. So I will remove this. I don't think I need this guy anymore. I should probably move one of the chickens to the left as well. Like actually, I do need more DPS here. Get myself an Anemo chicken. Maybe give him standby. And target analysis. Actually, let's make the AoE guy target analysis. And this guy will be higher HP. The higher the damage. And this we will go fracturing. This is also not really required here. Instead I will go for more Hydro. Let's go. If I need to remove anything, this chicken goes. If I need to like place different turrets. He's dying super quickly actually. I should have gone for the Anemo. If I ever have to replay this, I will change to the Anemo thingy. Oh, these chickens are actually slaying. Wait, where is this guy going actually? Is he going to the right exit? No, right? Okay, we did clear the wave 6 that we needed to clear. We have also a billion monies. Frozen! Geo wards. Okay, and we do have enemies going to the right. Almost everybody goes to the right actually. Oh no. But everybody goes through this. So maybe I will take this chicken down like I said I would. Actually, do I? They're doing a lot of damage to everybody here. They also have geo wards. Shoot, this is complicated. I probably don't need this anymore. More Hydro. Let's go! Pulling on this guy. And Explosive maybe. Or Fracturing actually. And go for like Mines. And Shackle. And this guy will get Explosives. Once this ends... Okay, actually don't even need to freeze. We are doing fine right now. Are we? I don't even need this actually. These guys are not dying, but they are not moving either. Okay, something is happening here. Make him focus attack so he can actually kill the low HP targets. Okay, wait, but. Kill him! Kill him, Chimkan! Oh no, I'm not killing them. They're getting through. I could sell some stuff to try to stop them, but yeah, I don't want to bother with that. Pretty bad loss though. How do these White Hunt enemies go through the freeze field? Like unobscured pretty much. Okay, more enemies are moving to the right, exit again. I think I need to move some of my defense over to the right. I think like these three need to go to the right. But I don't have as many turrets set up here, so maybe that was a bad idea. I like Shockwave on everything for better elemental application. And mostly just shackling, but on one we will get fracturing. Okay, now I ran out of money anyways now. Use my abilities because I will get them back anyways. This should allow us to like better control the early parts of the wave. We're getting fewer small enemies and more big enemies, so... Changing the AoE to like fire intensity is probably good actually. Yeah, no. Oh, my turrets are broken. Oh, this turret was too late. I will exactly die here. I could have destroyed the other two and gotten to wave 10. It's okay. Does he have anything to say? Nope, actually. Yes, Also, didn't even count as clearing 8. I just barely lost one enemy. If I didn't let a single like Abyss Mage through early on or something, one enemy went through early on, I would have gotten to 8. I would have like cleared 8, gotten to 9. I have a clock on my desk that I mostly reference it when I'm streaming to check like what time it is quickly, and I need to change this one manually whenever time changes, but I was too lazy to change it last time we moved our clocks an hour back, so I actually had this clock 1 hour forward for half a year. So I was already used to like subtracting an hour from it every time I would look at it, but now that we moved our clocks forward again, and now this clock is actually accurate. And I looked at it, and I'm like, oh my god, I've only streamed for an hour? Oh no, it's been 2, it's been 2. It's just this clock is accurate now and not 1 hour forward. Okay, so now that I'm done with this, I'll use my PC clock. I prefer to have my taskbar auto hide. So like, of course I don't see the clock on my main screen where I have the game. And then even on my side screen where I have OBS, my taskbar is hidden by default. So I don't see the time unless I mouse over it, which is annoying. That's why I prefer having a clock on my desk. It's just more convenient this way. I would lose some OBS real estate if I needed the entire taskbar taking up like 5% of the screen. Maybe even more than 5%. So yeah, my taskbar is hidden. The only thing that I don't like about the auto-hiding taskbar is that sometimes it bugs out and doesn't want to like show itself at all. I will mouse over the bottom of my screen and just doesn't show, and I need to like restart Explorer EXE in order to actually make it show up. That's pretty terrible. But doesn't happen that often. Hello, Pyro Horsey. It'll actually take forever to kill him because he's Pyro immune. Like, you fight these horses in the overworld, and it's like, oh, the Pyro horse is immune to Pyro. But then you fight them in Imaginarium Theater, and like, oh, the Pyro horse is immune to everything but Pyro. They just worked the opposite way. Maybe you just don't get to the phase where they become immune, while in Theater they do this immediately. Because I messed up the previous Theater. I fought a horse that I couldn't damage at all. But they just work differently in the overworld and in Theater, which is very weird. And this guy kinda brutalized me. Everything's on fire. I can't stand in one place, because then Durin's burst will set everything on fire. Oh yeah, so I was supposed to check what is the upcoming theater. What is the website called again? Lunaris. The only website that actually shows us. No, not theater. No, Stygian theater rather. Oh, theater doesn't work. Okay, so if I want to see theater, you need to clear this one first. Yeah, better get to it then. In order to check what theater it will be, I need to actually check Luna 5 update details. Hydro, Cryo, Geo. And opening characters are Mona, Xingqiu, Riodesley, Rosaria, Navia, and Kachina. Okay. You cannot borrow opening characters from others. So Hydro, Cryo, Geo. what I... Hydro Cryo, kinda what I used in the turret minigame. Funny that we have Cryo twice in a row. I guess it's because Skark Banner. Ooh. Wait, this is today. Gonael borrowed my Inefa today. Only got to Act 2? Maybe I shouldn't change my cast just yet. I guess I will wait on it then. But yeah, Geo is nice because I can... a lot of people should be interested in my C2 Chiori. And C1 Albedo. Nobody owns Chiori. For Kai I will probably just have the Skark. Maybe Esco. C0 Esco is not that interesting. You don't actually see that it's R1 if you just like mouse over your character, if you just look over your friends list. And Hydro. Nobilet is nice. That's kinda it from my Hydro characters with cons. We can put like Ayato there, or Shiguin. Nobody owns them. C6 Aino. Okay, yeah, but I will leave this for like 2 more days. I'll be streaming Genshin at least once more. Maybe more than once before the theater ends. But Geo characters usually apply. Decent Geo. Are there any Geo characters with terrible Geo application? There are some that don't have great Geo app. Like Kachina's burst is not super fast, but it applies Geo off-field sometimes. When is the new patch? In a week and a bit. So not this week, not this Wednesday, but the next one. 8 days, 17 hours. How would you get a patch on the 4th? That's a Saturday, bro. It's gonna be the 8th. I don't think we have ever had a Genshin patch that wasn't on a Wednesday. Zenless and Star Rail sometimes can move around a bit. Tuesdays and Fridays have happened. Tuesday and Friday patches have happened in Star Rail and Zenless, but Genshin has always had Wednesday patches. It happens every 4th. Patches happen every 6 weeks. They can't happen on the same day of the month. They happen on the same day of the week though, and that's Wednesday. I will go grab some plants. Walk around the marsh, grab silk flowers, grab cattails. Yeah, plant collection. Should be good now. Also rhythm gaming. We should definitely do some rhythm gaming. Also for stuff like this one I'm just collecting plants. Wait! See this? This is permanent content. Right here on Wangshu Inn. This is my most frequent TP location in Liyue. I must have TP'd here thousands of times. And I never grabbed this Geo Sigil. 2 Geo Sigils. Bro. Rare find. Yeah, like, in the area that I'm in the most often. Right? Like, I come here all the time. For the silk flowers, I used to collect artifacts here as well. Now I don't really go here for artifacts, but there are some around. Oh no! Oh, what have I done? I changed my gadget and I didn't change it back. I didn't get the silk flower seeds that I came here for. Well, that's a bit of an L. The entire reason I came here. There are still a few I can grab, and I can also go to the Ningguang place. You found something near the chasm, but yeah, at least like you wouldn't go there often, right? Especially if it's outside the chasm, because like to the chasm you could go for crystals. It's a pretty good crystal farming location. But outside the chasm, yeah, no real reason to be there. Outside of sightseeing. Lotus! Here we go. These are the plants I'm looking for. I should actually just like go around an entire island and only then move to the next one. Gotta be more systematic to not miss anything. It's a shame that Chaska can't really grab these plants. She's the best character to go around the island with. But I actually have to leave her gun behind to grab the plants. Okay, there seems to be not much there. Oh, we've got these though, snapdragons. These are also plantable in the same flower box thingy. Okay, let's just go. I guess we'll just continue moving here. We'll eventually get to Stone Gate, and there is a lot of stuff to collect. Yep, duck. Here we go. But yeah, I'm coming here to grab silk flower seeds and then not actually having my seed collector equipped. Quite the blunder. Got all of that Varesa. Is actually a more useful character when it comes to moving on water than Molani oftentimes. Molani is better on water, but you rarely move on water for a long period of time. It's really just like a bit of water, and then mostly ground. And that's where Varesa shines, just quickly moving across a river or something. Well, Molani would want to move on water all the time, because she's actually faster on water. Like, the speed is the same, but her Night Soul lasts for longer on water. It's kinda opposite for Varesa. But I feel like it's kind of Varesa's fault, in a way, that we are not getting any exploration passives, or like we are not getting any... We are getting exploration passives, we are not getting any movement abilities. Even Durin, who loves flying more than anything else, cannot actually fly. I feel like it's actually because Varesa just... They overdid it. And now they kinda don't want to make a worse ability, but they don't want to make a better ability either, so they just don't make any abilities. Okay, normally I probably wouldn't even go here, but I do need some more silk flowers. And fish. Oh yeah, Varka probably wouldn't swim here at all, right? Wait, let me see. Because the taller you are, the deeper the water you can walk in before you start swimming. Yeah, Varka doesn't swim here at all. Okay, here in the corner. But he can walk through pretty much the whole thing. Nobody else can walk through here. It kind of feels wrong. Used to be upset about skill cap and difficulty, but you've seen a player without arms who had a difficult time playing the game, become good at the Genshin, you can't complain anymore. Yeah, there are people, I mean... Just because somebody without arms can do something, doesn't mean that you need to be able to do this as well. It definitely means you can do it, if you put your mind to it. But if you don't really enjoy grinding difficult content, it's fine to just, you know, skip out on some endgame. Pull a con or two to just trivialize it as well. That's always an option. Alice as well would be this tall? That would be weird. Also, we've seen Alice before, she's not this tall. But yeah, as you learn stuff, like the Mavuika combos, trying them for the first time way too dunk, but then you actually get used to them and it's pretty simple actually. Nothing in Genshin is like that difficult. The skill ceiling in Genshin is not crazy high. There is quite a lot you can do to optimize your rotations. Both when it comes to like how you switch through your party members, don't lose like half a second every switch, and also the individual rotations for each character, dash cancelling stuff properly and the like. So there's definitely a lot of damage to be gained. You can often increase your damage anywhere between like 10 and even 30%. Some characters even more, like Mavuika, by playing better. But you oftentimes don't need it. That's the nice thing about Genshin. You could do Mavuika combos, but means like, what do you mean by could do them? Can you actually do them now, or are you saying you could learn them? If you actually put some effort into it? $50k team damage is... What team? Cause that's very wrong, like... 50k is... It's like I play on phone with one hand kind of damage. It's like hold your phone like this and click with one hand. Mavuika Premium 50k? Yeah, that something is very wrong with that. This team should not be doing this kind of damage no matter what. Even if you don't get any melts and just hold charge attack on Mavuika, you deal more damage than 50k. Something has to be very wrong with how you are playing the team. If you are doing 50k. Artifacts will not double your damage. I mean, if you don't have any artifacts and then you put artifacts on, that could be double the damage. But like getting a couple more substats will not be twice the damage. Like if you have the set bonuses and the right main stats, you will not see that much of a gain from artifacts. You're swapping a lot, but like your artifacts or your characters? Your artifacts. But yeah, like artifacts can be like 5%, 10%, like substats wise, right? If you go from a defense main stat on Mavuika to an attack percent one, yeah, sure, that could be more. But if you have the if you have the right main stats, attack or EM on the Suns, pyro damage on the goblet, crit on the hat, and you have then the Nut Lancet, Obsidian Codex, You will not see more than like 10% from substats. Unless you had like absolutely nothing. Subs wise. Because every substat is like 2% damage. 1 to 2% more damage. And the more you have of them, the smaller it gets. The fewer you have, the better. So like, in order to get 50% more damage from subs, you need to have like 25%, 25 extra substats. But that's an entire build worth of substats, right? Like my Mavuika, do I have my Mavuika on my showcase? Encout lagged. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Enka is pretty slow. This is not a stats issue. This cannot be a stats issue. Like overcapping 3 crit rate. Yeah, no. Would be nice not to. Wait, I cannot view my builds. What is wrong? Can I look up my UID at least? No, NK seems... Oh, here we go. There is no Mavuika, but like... My click has 21 crit subs, right? That's every single crit sub. In order to lose 50% damage... I mean, that's not even losing 50%, I would lose like 30%. I would need to have 0 crit subs, right? That's the kind of build you would need to be working with. This entire column of substats, gone. And you are only left with this. Like, defense percent and some ER and some EM. That would be... Going from that to this would be a 50% damage gain. Why does this not work? Oh, here we go. Here is my Mavuika. I have 21 crit subs as well. Actually the same. Actually same crit subs. And my Mavuika is kinda cooked as well. 5 overcapped crit rate. I have a crit rate hat. And she cleared the Dire. I mean, yeah, vape Mavuika is pretty terrible. You don't vape. You either overload or melt. Vape is fake. Either melt with Citlali or just overload. I mean, this Mavuika was strong enough for Dire with the right combos. And I still messed up. I still didn't play perfectly. Of course. I mean, you never play perfectly. There is always room for some improvement, but I actually like messed up my rotations, you know? Just did too many dashes and stuff. And this is also why just looking at one stat, because people will often look at crit damage and be like, oh, I have more crit damage, so it's better, or I have 230, but I have a lot of attack and EM in this build, right? I have attack stance and still 228 EM. The team I played, the Dire I'm talking about, for my like Mavuika clear, the one time I actually learned the Mavuika combos was this. Right? And that's like the only Dire I played my cleared with Mavuika. Because here I skill issued because I was not doing the combos properly. And here I skill issued because I was not doing the combos properly. But in both you can see, because when it comes to this time, because this is Fearless, right? I didn't clear Dire, so I only cleared Fearless. Dire is like twice the HP. So if I make 73 seconds, that's like 140 seconds on Dire. So yeah, if I was able to do the combos, I would have easily been able to shave the seconds off. And then finally, for the third time, I got tired of failing because I couldn't play Mavuika well enough, and I cleared the Hera. And the Hera was probably the hardest of these 3 bosses. Like between the Tulpa, Eon Blight Drake, and the Hera was the hardest to clear with Mavuika. But I finally decided to learn the combos. And we got there. And yeah, this is with my 190 crit damage Mavuika, and I overcap 5 crit rate. And we were fine. It comes down to skill issue, right? I did not clear when I played badly, and I cleared when I played better. Still not perfect, I could have shaved off extra 10 or 20 seconds. Quite easily, actually. By just clicking the buttons like I was supposed to click them. But I do stop at good enough in Genshin. Right, in these action games like Genshin and Zenless. I just get all the rewards and then I'm like, yeah, see ya. I don't push for lower times just for the sake of it. Ouch. That was not intentional actually, I wanted to plunge down. Okay, so what do I want to do? We gotta do Genshin first for sure. And be close, I have too many tabs open. Liyue from way before 3.4, so that's some early Liyue character. Maybe it's Chongyun. 1.0 Cryo, that's GG. Sugar and chocolate. I work at the forge and sweets give me the energy I need to swing my hammer. Shironen. I'm thinking Peacock vibes from this, and that would mean like Ororon. Nope. That's Citlali though, I was so close actually. Yo, going Ororon Citlali, not bad. Not a terrible guess. As close as you can get without being right. That's Fischl or Sarah? I'll go Sarah. Nice, 50-51. Could have been more, could have been like Raiden, because she has a bird in her animation. But it is specifically a black bird, I think. There's a different bird that's like red, and that's a bird by default. Like a default bird, and this is black bird. Can we do get Mavuika C2? C2 is very powerful. If you don't want to learn Mavuika combos, that's what you can do to get the same kind of damage increase. Below 1.6 distraction. Maybe Clara. It's Hook. It's Pitch Dark Hook the Great. I usually go Hook first. I prefer the beggar over the rich man. The rich have no idea what they're after in life, but the beggar, those folks, they know exactly what they want. Sampo? Pan Facial? Sutkowski? In Polish, Sutek means nipple. And this kind of sounds like Mr. Nipple. It's a guy. Maybe Ratio. No. Jinyuan? No, Jinyuan is Daisuke Ono, right?
お金持ちより貧乏人と取引する方が簡単なんだよね。前者はいつも何でも欲しがっているけど、その実、本当に欲しいものが分かってない。でも後者は、ちゃんと自分の欲しいものが分かってるから。
Aventurin. Kaona Hikengo. I can remember that Aventurin is Mr. Nipple. That will be easy to remember. It kind of fits him well. Oh. Nah, I don't think this is Shuei. The square, it's kind of like a lock-on thingy. But it's square, so it's like digital? Nahida. Maybe it's like Anaxa. No. No, this is not a Silver Wolf icon. Oh, it is a Silver Wolf icon! Oh my god. Huh. It had the Silver Wolf vibe, but I didn't remember this kind of icon being there. And I thought I knew Silver Wolf icons. I guess I just didn't. Fox. Probably also not Shuei, unfortunately. I do still guess Shuei first every time in normal mode at the very least. We'll hit her one day. For these last 50 days, I have hit 0 Shuei one-shots, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, like Tingyun. Oh, it's Huohuo. Paipa? Not good, not good. I don't like to see this. Okay, attack. We have some info. Could be Ellen. Maybe Ellen was a bad guess, because actually, like, it cannot be Harumasa, because Harumasa has this boss. So I get little info from Ellen. It cannot tell me the attribute. Okay, we actually need to look in here. Could it be Soldier 11? I think Soldier 11 uses... Does she use Corruption Complex or this guy? The Butcher. It's either one of these two. Also, Soldier could give me the element for Orphe. Because we have Fire, Ether would be Jiuan. Jiuan, I think, uses the Complex. There's no other Ether attack, though. And then there is Fire, Ether, and... Is there one more? No, that's it, right? Fire, Ether, Electric, Ice, Physical. So I should go with a Fire one. If it's not Fire, it's Ether. So I should just go Orphe. No, because Orphe probably uses this boss. So let's go Soldier 11. Could also be Evelyn, actually. So yeah, let's go Soldier. Oh no, she uses... Oh, she uses Marionette. So I think this should be Evelyn. Because Evelyn probably uses like Butcher or something. While Orphe should use this guy. Also, it's the same faction. Wait, Orphe is also the same faction. It cannot be Orphe. Okay, so it was a throw anyway, so just guessed Evelyn first. Okay, yeah. Yeah, but even Soldier was a throw, because the same faction is Seed. I forgot. This is why I go Seed here. For the faction. Okay, we got there. That's what matters. That's what matters. 48 streak preserved. Because the reason why I have like 100% win but only 48 streak, my stats reset when I upgrade my system to Windows 11. Because I did a fresh reinstall of Windows. I wiped my drive. And I lost my cookies, which is where this was stored. Data is stored in the cookies, so my streak is all reset. At least I have 100% win rate now. So we almost through. We've kind of 2 bad guesses in a row. The Ellen guess was also not great. I should have gone Fire first. I mean, this was like, at this moment, actually I could have known that it's either Ellen, Evelyn, or maybe Jiuan, but I need to check what boss Jiuan uses. Shuhei ate my cookies, yes. And now she's so fat. She's always late for Genshin Duel. Jiuan, what boss do you use? Yeah, she does use Corruption Complex, so it could have been Jiuan. It could have been Jiuan, Evelyn, or Ellen. Those were the only 3 options, because it couldn't be the Obol Squad girls. Yes. One thing to note, though, is that this website counts Anbi, Soldier 0 Anbi, as different from Seed and Soldier and the like. Even though they count as the same faction in-game, they count as a different faction here. Because they use a different image. But I do get, like, if I get Electric Attack on the second guess, I have enough guesses to pinpoint which Electric Attack it is. Even though there is way too many of them. Because you get Seed, Anton, Anbi, Harumasa, and Sisia Dispatch as well. 5 electric attacks. That's why I go Seed second. To like knock down the electric attack. Because that's a very common combo. I still go Piper first. for the faction. The faction is the biggest one. But maybe I should be going seed first, actually. The faction is also pretty sizable at this point. And the electric attack is incredibly common. Well, I kinda like the Piper first. I also prefer the early bosses, because I kinda remember who uses what. Like, I remember almost every character who uses the marionette, so I can get them second try immediately. But maybe that's a reason to have them later, actually. Because if I get marionette on my fourth guess, I can be like, okay, I know who it is on the last one, because I know every character who uses marionette. Except for Soldier 11, I forgot she does, because I wouldn't have guessed her here. Which I take. Lycon, Corin, Rina, Astra, Hugo, Soldier, Piper. I think those are all the characters that use this. So I should go for the bosses that I don't know as well, so that I have more time to pinpoint down who exactly it is. Yeah, whatever. I love being able to see faraway landmarks in Genshin. Like this little gate in Chenyu Vale, right? All the way over here. And you can see it from the other end of Liyue. Of course, the classic floating island as well. That's actually pretty close compared to this thing. Let's do some rhythm gaming. But I need to move somewhere safer for that. Because if you are just standing outdoors, a thunderstorm could start. And you get then struck down in the middle of the song and it gets interrupted. Happened to me more than once. But it cannot rain in towns. It cannot be a thunderstorm cannot happen either. Yeah, suffering is on. Oh my god, I let go of the slider too early. I got a bunch of goods, so it wasn't like a perfect clear, but at least I thought I would get to the end. Which would already be a good accomplishment on the first song of the day, on suffering mode. Well, it happens. Oh my god. I clicked the wrong key by accident. Let's try once again. I felt so early the song didn't even start properly. Yo! Wait, I actually got it? 100%? I thought I got some goods on the way. It was actually kinda insane. This on, with the suffering mode on, specialization full specialization, is probably one of the hardest songs I've done actually so far. That's kinda sick. Huh. Nice. Actually got something done today. Oh my... I didn't see the one falling here. Well... I'll do something short and sweet. I'll do some 4-star songs. Ah. On this red map it's easy to see when I get a good. Ooh, we got through here though. Oh, what? I think I pressed 1 too many times. I would say that this might be the first time I can actually clear Ifa's song on this difficulty. But nope, I didn't. I don't think I ever got this far though. Ah, man. I was doing pretty well. I did Flint's song, so let's do the original Flint's song, aka Ororon's song. Ah, man. The good threw me off, and then I lost. That's a Tinari. Ah, got a good. Again. Oh! I clicked the wrong key. Let's do this. I got an urge to do God Devouring Mania when I was doing the Tinari. Because of the arpeggios. Oh, hey! I blinked. I just blinked. That's why I lost. Blinked when I mustn't have. Ah, I didn't click this one. Not a bunch of goods anyways. Let's look at China. I'll be probably the last one I do. Because I cannot do too many of these in a row. Oh, so many goods. I was off on the timing by a bit. Poof. It was like 10 goods, but we cleared the song. So good. Okay. So have I definitely done everything I was supposed to do this week? This week period missions all complete. Weekly missions, the most relevant one, trans domains. I have already checked the resin, the transient resin. Oh, I know what I haven't done still, and I could have forgotten. Mirastra BP. We need 9 more matches. AKA, do this 9 times. Man, the hiccup. I would have missed out on another entrance animation. Had I forgotten about this. I need to get more water as well. This will be 3. This will be the perfect time to do Genshin though. But I forgot about that, unfortunately. Or rather didn't remember. Oh, wait, my window is open. This will be 4. I mean, it was like wide open. There was like a little gap. But yeah, I opened it when I was playing Mario Kart with my sister. Because it would get too hot with so many people in the room. 3, in fact. This is 5. But yeah, I don't forgot to close it. And now when I stood up, I felt that it was a bit too chill in here. This will be 6, if I didn't mistake my counting. Seven. Eight. And this should be 9, the last one. Let's see if I correctly remembered how many of them I had to do, and correctly counted how many of them I've already done. Is everyone making maxed out? Yes. Yeah, they've been maxed for a while. I maxed them either in the patch Miliatra came out, or just one patch later. I think it was the same patch they came out. Yep, here we go. And next week we'll be able to grab the final thingy, the Leaf Light Flash. No teleportation, but we're actually closer than I thought we would be. If you do the weekly VP missions every week, you actually get a pretty decent number of standard pulls. Wait, all of these people have the same outfit. I mean, this is the owl outfit that you get for free. Everybody has it. Everybody picked the girl version, and they are now wearing it. Oh, skinned up Lumin. Nice. And here is the Anaxa outfit. This one is from the BP, right? Okay. So, thank you very much for watching, but this will be the end of the stream for today. I do stream every day at 8 p.m. CEST, which is 3 hours before now. Remember the new timing? I got 9 more minutes and I can end my stream whenever I want. Oh yeah, let's raid this person. They're doing some teapot action, very nice. So yeah. I stream every day at 8 p.m. CST, which is 3 hours before now. We can join the Discord server to get stream notifications and the like. So yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. I haven't posted my schedule for next week yet. It's gonna be either more Genshin or Star Rail. Probably Star Rail. I'm gonna be doing like alternating Genshin Star Rail now maybe. Until I finish the Star Rail story. And Zenless will be like once per week. So yeah. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.